Yes.
So this is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
He didn't even tell his parents why they were coming up. He was like, "Hey, I was waiting to be here, but not that you go here."
Let me see something. All right, let's see. 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 Hey guys, happy Monday. All right, so I have to tell you that getting the technology ready to do some. So why is that happening? Hold on, my apologies if you can hear that in the background. So hold on one second. Let me stop. Let me stop that and make sure. And I want to thank you all so much for your patience. Let me just see if it's going to not do that, not give me my feedback. Hey guys. Okay, so I'm testing out the system because we're going to be doing a lot of live events and live trainings and checking in with you all and answering questions about end of life, about death doula work, and about life work. So I would like to host, and I'm not like to, we're going to be hosting live events where they can be interactive. So testing out the system, seeing where it goes to, how it sounds, live streaming on YouTube. So if you have any questions, you can ask me now, and I would really love that. If you are jumping on here and you just want to say hi, I just want to see where that goes in the feed. And let me grab my phone in case it's going to put it on the phone. So I want to know how to answer you all. So if you are somebody who just jumped on to see what is going on live here, if you want to just say hey to me and how's it going, and so I can see where that message comes to in the chat, I would love that so that we can do live interaction. All right, let me see what we have here. Okay, so if you can say live, for somebody who just jumped on to see what is going on. Sorry, I have to put my volume down on here. Okay, so if you can just say hey in the chat or hi, that would be great. Cape Cod here. Yay, Patricia. Thank you so much. Okay, great. So I'm seeing you. Let me see if I open this up more. I don't think I'm going to get you on my chat in here, but okay, great. You are chatting as a guest. Got it. Why am I chatting as a guest? Okay, I'm going to make that smaller. All right, testing out. You got to love technology, but this is how we learn. So if I go off of that and I go here, let me just see if I got you here in my chat box. Where are we here with chat? Maybe if I open up this, nope. Okay. All right, I'm going back to here. Now I've got you on my live chat here on my YouTube. So thank you, Patricia. I hope that and thank you for all of it. I'm going to send you a little heart emoji back and a smile to say thank you so much. So I just have to figure out where I can access the live chat from, because I want to do teaching and I want to do the questions live. Now, for those of you on here, and I know I didn't expect to, I just decided to hook it up and to see where, what page it went to and where it went. I'm going to tell you a little something ahead of time. I just want to share with you that we're going to be doing this is so exciting. There's going to be a 6-month Good Death seminar series that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be doing it live, and I'm going to be teaching. I'm going to give you the whole itinerary of what I'm going to be teaching in that 6 months. It's going to be every 2 weeks. You can pick the subject that you want. For instance, we're going to be talking about water cremations. We're going to be talking about caring for those at the end of life. We're going to be talking about healing grief. We're going to be talking about medical aid in dying and the VSED option. Like, it is going to be good. And I'm going to have some surprise guest speakers for you. So we are going to come on. Aloha. I love that. Aloha. Thank you so much. So beautiful. So exciting. Thank you, Patricia. It is. So I haven't even announced this yet, but I cannot wait to share it. So the fact that we're just doing some testing here and that you all are popping on, I'm sharing it with you. I'm sharing it with you first. So starting in October, I think it's October 2nd, that will be the official first day. We're going to do 6 months. It will be every 2 weeks. And I'm going to give you this beautiful outline that you can see it's going to be on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern time live. Again, we're going to be able to come on, go into breakout groups, live Q&A, like all the interaction, and maybe even break out into some small groups. I'm also going to have some guest speakers come on and really share with you their zone of genius. People that are doing human composting or water cremations, and talk to you about what that process is like and why it's so important to know your options, which obviously we know it is. So super excited. Aloha. Yeah. Thank you so much. The Good Death seminar series. You guys are making my day. You guys are absolutely amazing. Yeah, I'm so excited about it too. So again, it's going to be 6 months. So starting October 2nd. And I think, we'll probably be announcing it in the next 2 weeks, but you guys are here. So we're talking about it now. Every Wednesday, and I'll give you the list so you can choose the seminar series that you'd like to come to. And if you'd like to come to all of them, you may. We'd love to have you. And again, it's just going to be the empowerment of and I really want to have it in 3 different chunks of categories, meaning, learning the skills and empowerment, focusing on choices, right? Isn't this so important for myself? And I always use myself as an example, to choose what I would want or not want for end of life, and to make sure that my family knows that, and to make sure that it's subjective for me, what quality of life is for me. But I also have to tell you that working in this space for over 2 decades has allowed me to learn so much. And there are so many new choices that I want to share with you, because that's empowerment. So that's turning something that we look at as a loss of control, right? Something when we're not preparing for or even thinking about, when it shows up, we're not ready. And when we're not ready, it is 1,000, if not 10,000 times more difficult, not just for the person, but for the family as well. However, I call it death is having a rebirth. I say that there is this amazing movement of bringing the sacredness of death back into our world today. And I literally just posted something on Instagram saying, and this is what I always say, is that death is not a medical experience, it's a human one. And we just forgot that. Spoiler alert, that we've been dying for thousands of years. We know how to do this. So it's mind-boggling to me, and I'm sure to you as well, is that how did death become the number one fear in the world today? The number one fear of something that we've been doing for thousands of years, but something that each and every one of us is going to experience. And I'm going to pose this question to you right now. Is it the actual death that is the fear and so horrific in and of itself? So that's kind of what we think of it right now, and we put it into that context. Or, and I want you to hear this with so much love, is it the meaning that we've associated with death at this time that has completely made it something that it's not? And I'm saying that with so much love because I've been honored and privileged to see some of the most beautiful end of lives, and they've changed my life forever. So I want to share with you from the practical standpoint what we need to put into place to have 80 to 90% a better end of life experience, just from the practical standpoint. And then from a higher conscious standpoint, I'm going to share with you perspectives. I'm going to share with you science, and I'm going to share with you what end of life patients actually say and experience that will change your life forever. It has changed mine. And because we don't talk about this, people are privileged to that side, that understanding of end of life. And so this fear has just gotten away with us. I just want to see if there's anything that thank you. I'm so thrilled. Thank you, Patricia. You so sweet. Jane says, do you work with people that are, yeah, of course, are alone and have no money? Yes. So I have to be very careful because I never want to take on a negative connotation or something that goes down, because there's too much of that in the world, right? So we don't need to do that. What we need to do is be clear in our observations of what is happening today and what we need to do to change it. So yes, there are things that are not working. Let's just do that. And in end of life. And here's the thing, aging in and of itself is so expensive in the United States and other places as well. Is that more, and in fact, I want to pull out where I found the statistic. It said one of the most rapidly growing demographics for poverty, this just breaks my heart to say this, are seniors, are the elderly. So to answer your question, Jane, absolutely. So when we come up with support systems, trainings, doulas, doula givers that can help care for holistically, that non-medical holistic person, we've got to make sure that we're creating a business model or a tier that supports all people everywhere. So there are ways that we have access to have doulas do pro bono work, sliding scale work, getting resources. No one should ever be turned away from services. And a positive end of life is a human right. It is not a privilege. And that is why, if you are aware of the work that Doulagivers does, is that every month that I am on live on that webinar, teaching how to care for someone you love at the end of life in all three phases with the interventions, how to set a sacred space, based on my years of teaching. That has been done for almost 16 years now. And I continue to do it every month live, answer your questions. And this training, this 90-minute training that you learn how to care for someone at the end of life, changes your life. It helps to empower you with the skills. It helps you to heal grief, believe it or not. And that was a surprise to me. And it helps you to be inspired about life in 90 minutes. It also works in any setting, meaning it works in mansions in Millbrook and dirt floors in Zimbabwe. It has been used by over 350,000 people around the world. We give it for free. Why? Because a positive end of life, it should not be a privilege. It should not be for people who could just pay for it. It should be available to each and every one of us. Aren't we here together? Aren't we in this thing called humanity together? I know you know that we are, right? And I think that end of life really teaches us that. And the fact that we've removed seeing our aging, seeing people at the end of life, learning the universal, what we call the universal laws. And here's something else that I really want to share with you. And you guys have just been beautiful being on that. When I was working with people at the end of life, one of the things I noticed immediately is how people started saying the same things as they got closer to the time that they would leave this world. They're what I call universal laws. There are universal laws that we all are a part of, meaning that they say there is no judgment, that everything happens for a reason, for your growth, your evolution of your soul. So I know that this can be hard at times because we've all gone through painful things and sometimes really painful things. But when you're able to look at it, and I think what's happening with people at the end of life, as their physical body is diminishing, their spiritual body is growing. And there's one point in that journey that they get what I call their spiritual wisdom or their spiritual eyes. And they're able to look at situations in their life with a different lens on, with a clarity, with a higher conscious perception. And they go, I get it now. I know why all that happened. And all of a sudden, the clarity that life was happening for them, not to them, that it was all helping their soul in this journey grow, and become just more vibrant and stronger. So I am going to allow you all to know that, again, we're going to do a 6 months. 6 months. Oh my gosh. And it's so delicious and wonderful because, again, we're going to be talking about that whole through line of what makes the good death, from practical empowerment to the 9 critical questions that you need to answer. And they're easy. They're not hard to have that positive end of life. And then we're going to talk about the universal laws, the things we've learned, the going beyond this, what we just really know in this human existence, again, from the wisdom of those who are leaving this world. And I will tell you stories during that seminar series that will change your life forever in the best way possible, bringing peace and healing and knowing that, and this is my belief, and I'm not going to tell you what you have to believe, but I also want you to be open, that you will see your loved ones again, that life continues on. There's no doubt in my mind after what I've experienced and what my patients have said as they're getting ready to cross that threshold. So I can't wait to share all of this with you because it's time that we remember how much more similar we are than different. And also, when you learn the truth about what this journey is about, it starts to get really clear on not sweating the small stuff and how showing up each and every day with non-judgment of one another, with compassion, with how do I show up and make a difference, meaning, you want the world to be a better place because you were in it. And each one of you is here for a reason. Each one of you is here for a purpose and a reason. And don't diminish just the value of showing up and being in a frequency of kindness and love. That may be, and then sometimes I think it is, the most important thing we ever choose to do each day, how I'm showing up. What energy am I bringing to the world? Am I bringing and raising the loving consciousness, or am I bringing it down? So I ask you to ask yourself that. All right, beautiful people, I am going to let you go on the rest of your day. I want to thank you for doing this test with me. I also want you to know that get ready for the Good Death Seminar Series. It's going to start October 2nd, but don't worry, we haven't even announced it yet. I put it into this group because you are here tonight and I'm super excited about it. So in about 2 weeks, we'll start announcing it. I will be popping on live all the time, doing different things, inviting you to the links, letting you know when it is. But if you want to mark your calendars now and just say, hey, I remember that it's going to be Wednesdays every other week for 6 months. You don't have to come to all of them, but if you want to, I'd love to have you. 7 p.m. Eastern time to 8:30. Again, we're going to be on camera, all of us, if you so choose. You're going to be able to ask. I'm going to do a presentation, ask live questions, have group discussions, and have some very special guests. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being with me tonight. Okay, I will see you in the seminar series, and I look forward to getting to know you guys. Mwah. Thank you. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. I love you. Yes. Mwah.